I realize it would just be your opinion, but do you think Elvis would have ever asked Priscilla for a divorce if she hadn't asked him?
No.
You don't think he would have?
No.
You just think he just would have kept on?
Well, yeah, he just kept on cheating. I mean, yeah, what can I say? Why, she don't know what hurt her. That's why he looked at things.
Yeah. All right. Where did Elvis sit on the Lisa Marie plane?
Out on the wing. A lot of times we strapped her down. And no. Where did
Elvis sit on the Lisa Marie?
he stayed back in his bedroom?
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Most of the time.
biggest majority of the time. Yeah.
Did he get nervous on flights or before flights?
I don't think so. He had confidence in Elwood.
Yeah, Elwood. No, I don't think he did. He had pretty much gotten over the fear of flying, as the years went by, because he had to do so much of it and all. And boy, he trusted Elwood David to pilot. He got a lot of resumes, but that's one he really stood out because he was an older pilot, and Elwood told him one day when he interviewed, he said, how'd I get to be an older pilot? By being careful.
Mm-hmm. So did he actually do the interviews for the pilots?
Yeah, he met them and talked to him and Jim Strauss and
Ron
Strauss and Jim Manning.
Okay.
So, all three of them.
Okay. Did y'all travel a lot on the Lisa Marie with him?
Yep.
Yes, we did. Gosh, to say travel lots is kind of
An understatement.
understatement. Yeah, if the Lisa Marie left, most of the time we left with it with Elvis.
What was one of your most memorable flights?
None of them. Now he wasn't scared, but I was, and I most of the time stayed in the bathroom because I trapped my drawers.
You did.
No, I was pretty comfortable with flying. It didn't bother me that much. And I sat just wherever I could find a seat, which little bit seats. It didn't
Just
matter.
wherever?
Yeah, the little jump seat for the stewardesses, I sat there a lot of times.
You could sit there.
Yeah, and they'd laugh at me. No, I'm just kidding. Just wherever.
We played cards most of the time. We sit in the first booth on the left usually as you come into the plane, or on the couch on one side.
I never will forget, there's a lot of us on the plane. Well, they all got huddled, or we all got huddled pretty much in one area. And I didn't know, that it actually, had anything to do with it, weight distribution.
Mm-hmm.
And Elwood asked Carol, the stewardess, he said, could you go back and, real politely, but ask them, if they could spread out a little more and all, because
really?
He said it's kind of causing a little off balance here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
But I guess it did, because she was real nice about it. She said, God, don't hurt nobody's feelings. He said, well, I don't think if you feel nice enough it'd be hurting anybody's feelings. But sure did. I didn't know that.
I didn't know. I didn't think about that. Did y'all ever hit any bad storms or anything?
Turbulent weather, a few times. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They made it look easy. You got used to that. You get on. I don't know exactly what they call that, but it's like a draft of air.
Mm-hmm.
when you go from, kind of, especially around mountains, it's kind of cool air and hot air. I don't know what it does, but it creates, a little,
Like a pocket.
yeah, pocket, and you'll feel the plane. But never did scare me.
Right.
I don't think it ever scared anybody else on the plane because they handled it so well, guys.
Right.
He was one heck of a pilot, and Ron was a excellent co-pilot, and Jim Manning was an engineer. They all were good.
Right.
Just put it that way.
Well, good. Let's see. I know that Elvis wanted to visit other countries. Why could he not just get a passport and visit France, Spain, Europe? He didn't need the colonel for that if he just wanted to visit. But what was the reason that he did not just go and visit?
Well, he didn't want to leave the country and go visit. I mean, he didn't. What are you going to visit? A lot of fans and stay with them. That wasn't. Now he might have, wanted to travel England, see the Queen, or something like that. But he just never did. He wanted to travel and tour.
But he wanted to perform for the fans.
Yeah, he didn't want to just, and of course it never happened. But,
If he had even tried, though, the colonel would have put his foot down, wouldn't he?
I'm pretty much thinking he
would have tried to.
And but Elvis, he wasn't going to go against Colonel. Colonel, took care of the business end of the stuff, and Elvis did the performing, and they liked it like that. So they never got into it hot and heavy about that. Now he did want to go one time, and he got in a little bit of an argument about it and all. And he said, "Look, Colonel," he said, you don't have to go. Mr. Dixon can handle it all." And of course, Colonel, he's quick on his, feet and his mind. So that's how they come up with a lot of special.
Oh, okay.
He said, "Why, visit all the countries, bring all the countries to you."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did.
He was a business.
Oh, he was a businessman, yes sir. Now he didn't miss a trick when it
No.
come to business. He was sharp as a
He
tack.
knew what he was doing. Did Elvis ever meet Jane Mansfield?
I can't honestly answer that. I don't know. I
Okay.
wouldn't have been with him during that time. I was, just a teenager, and I don't think he did, but I don't know for sure, so I can't answer that. And if Joe sits over here and with them lips pinched together and not say anything, I mean, some people say, "Why don't she let me talk?" Well, I'm talking, but if she is part of this whole thing too, and when she don't talk and I don't talk, then we'll end the whole Elvis Fans Matter thing. That's simple. We are a family-oriented group, Elvis Fans Matter, and we want it that way. We love all of you, but she knows, from 1960 on, how much this woman knows about Elvis. What she missed, I told her. So, it ain't like she's, was deaf, dumb, and blind all the time. She knows so much, and gosh, I can start something and she'll finish it because she knows, and we've been together so long, we do each other that way. We know. In fact, done it just a while ago, before we come on camera. So, I want her to be in this, and Danielle to be in this. They're my family, and Elvis Fans Matter, and that's what we want. If y'all can't accept that, and we get too many comments about, how we run it and all, of course, I think basically this is just a couple of, people that, that is doing this.
Like to stir the pot.
like to create, drama, which I don't need in my life, and they don't either. So, I mean, take it as it is, folks. And
Yeah.
love all Elvis Fans Matter, even the ones that criticize. Still love you. If you want to watch it and all, and accept it as is, or don't watch
Because
it.
guess what?
I just.
A bad comment still counts as a comment. A bad view still counts as a view.
Yeah,
So-
that's right. It does.
But I get to the point.
Well, you're good and bad. Go ahead.
I just get to the point there, I don't understand the negativity of all of it, and I just get so I don't want to share my stories, Yeah. Somebody going to be like that, I'd keep them to myself, and
Well, don't worry
Whatever.
about one or two. Think about the overall.
yeah, that's
Two
true.
we're pleased with the overall.
That's true.
The whole lot. One or two. They can't. They'll accept it, or they don't have to watch. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And, if you got a negative comment about that and all that, you could share it with us. We don't mind. Of course, we'll ignore hell out of it, but we don't mind.
But the thing about it is, don't expect to say nasty stuff and not get nasty stuff said back to you. I'm not a nasty person, but I have a personality.
Well, wait a minute now.
I have a personality that I
Say what you
say what's on my mind, and I'm very outspoken, so don't hurt my feelings and I won't hurt yours.
And with that, let's move on to the next question.
Let's see. A lot of people have said that Elvis weighed close to 350 pounds when he passed away, and I just don't believe that. What do Billy and Joe say?
I don't think
Those people don't know doodly squat,
I don't think he.
No, I'm gonna roughly say around 220,
Okay.
and I may be exaggerating at that. Elvis was bloated, but he wasn't. When I say bloated, he was bloated.
He was bloated, yeah.
Yeah, he had. He
His
had
stomach.
Yeah,
His stomach.
and that's caused from a liver
Right, that runs in
disease
your
that runs
family.
in our family. In
Your-
fact, I
I have
got a
it.
little.
Elvis's mother had it.
Yeah.
And Billy's daddy had it.
Yeah.
So, and before Billy's daddy passed away,
He had a real
big stomach.
I have it. Not to say that that's what, but somebody that has struggled with weight forever, weight does not define a person.
No.
And it doesn't give them their value. So.
Well, he was, when he was on a liquid diet,
Right.
too. Going on tour, he's been on it for about 2 weeks, and he was trying to lose some weight,
Right.
But 350 pounds,
That's-
I mean,
Exaggerated.
somebody undoubtedly just don't. Either their eyes were bigger than what they were seeing,
Somebody had a
I mean, you
magnifying
can
glass.
look at it, tell Elvis wasn't no 350 pounds. My God,
And yeah,
Not that. Go ahead.
he
I'm
was
sorry.
a little heavy, but people, wish they looked like him.
Yeah, he still looked
Even
good.
They still look good. So
Did Elvis know Howard Hughes?
I'm thinking he might have met him once. The reason I say that is I don't know. I'm not like just.
he knew a lot about him.
He
Because
knew a whole lot about
yeah.
him, because he was.
I can remember
kind
him
of
telling us things about him.
Recluse,
Recluse,
and all.
He was very secluded.
Yeah. Gotten to a point, in the later years where, he had
He didn't.
germophobic and
Yeah.
all that. So, but he handled a lot of stars, and I think Deborah Paget was one of them that she was in. I don't know that he handled her. I'm not sure, but I do know he handled Jane Russell,
Okay.
Yeah.
and Jane Russell and Elvis, were friends too.
Gotcha.
So he thought a lot of Howard Hughes, and
He thought he was very interesting and
interesting
very,
type person. Yeah.